The Supreme Court today declined to expedite the case concerning the legality of President Trump's sweeping tariffs. That brings us to our Business Leaders series, where we talk to small business owners from coast to coast about how they're handling tariffs so far. Our business owner today launched his company, Coyote and Crow Games, out of Seattle in 2021, with a goal of increasing authentic Native American representation in tabletop games. Connor Alexander joins me now. Connor, really appreciate you taking the time to do this. Just to start, the production process for you. Explain to people what it's like and how tariffs have affected it up to this point.
Yeah, so I think most domestic U.S. game designers and publishers go through a similar process. We start design and prototyping here in the U.S. Go through a long play testing process. So there's a long chain from when you get an idea for a game before it gets to manufacturing. In my case, I happen to do a lot of crowdfunding, so I have an idea of demand up front. So I have people who back and support the game before it's produced, and I receive that money up front. And at that point, we manufacture the game, often with our Chinese partners. I would say the vast majority of board game publishers out there use Chinese manufacturers. And then we produce those games overseas and then bring them back over here to the United States for worldwide distribution. So that's the basics of it.
In terms of what you've experienced up to this point, especially given, I mean, it's such a unique, you don't have a demand forecast, you just know demand on some level. You kind of, which should make it easier on the front end from a planning perspective. Is it not anymore because of the tariffs?
Exactly. And that is the crux of the problem. Even if you're not crowdfunding up front, the real issue boils down to the fact that from the time we hit print, or agree with our manufacturers in China to print a game, oftentimes that there can be a queue or a wait, and then there's the actual manufacturing time, which can easily exceed 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, and then shipping time. So by the time the goods actually arrive here in the States, I've already calculated my costs down to the dollar. And so when those games arrive and I don't know what the tariff is, that's tough to deal with. I mean, it's bad enough having high tariffs, but it's almost worse not knowing what the tariffs are going to be. It makes it impossible to plan.
You're the member of the Cherokee Nation. Your games are meant to represent the Native American population. What's your message right now? Because, you know, community is such an important element of the small business kind of design, right? It's so critical in communities like yours. What do you want lawmakers to know?
Well, that's one of the reasons that I actually wanted to have this interview. I'm in a game cafe right now, Meeples Games Cafe in Seattle. And this is a great example of community and how board games bring folks together. I don't know if you can hear them, but there's a ton of folks back there playing games and having coffees. There's a vital element to games that cannot be replicated here in the United States. And those Chinese manufacturers who have those, the experience, the machinery, they're great partners. It's not just a faceless group of people over there in China we work with. They're our partners. And they help bring those games that supply so much community interaction over here. And without that community interaction, my company would not exist.
Where can people find your company if they're interested in it?
Do a search for Coyote and Crow Games on the internet. That's great. We've got one game in Barnes & Noble right now. We've got games on Amazon. Or your local game store. That would be the best place to find them.
We really appreciate your time. Again, it's Coyote and Crow Games in Seattle, Washington. You've got a better backdrop than I do. No offense to my team here in the studio. Appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Phil. Thank you. Take care, Phil.